Hello everybody and welcome back to High Button Sports as we get set for some more action here, and we are at the RBC Center here out in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. We got the Blues taking on Chebucto, and we're thinking, what are we doing here in Dartmouth on a Tuesday night at 7:15? Well, this Bedford team going to be off to Quebec for the Quebec tournament here soon and are using their practice times to make up games. And that's how we find ourselves here and ready to go, as that puck is won back by Bedford and worked into the point. They come, knocked back Van Polge's chest to play to that one, and it'll be sent back to the line and past Gillis, and it'll be a breakaway. Chebucto early shot, saved there by Snide. And a quick opportunity there as McLean tries to hustle that puck across. Chopped out into the middle of McLean. McLean picks up his stride and a hard shot, misses right. Spinning back around the zone there, handed off. And down the right side they go. Bedford gonna retreat back to that. McPhee picks it up the left side. Cut off. And now will be wrapped around the zone back to McPhee. McPhee looking for another little drop pass there, hands it back, and now a bigger stride up the left side they come. A hard outlet pass, cut off once again. Chebucto holding Bedford in their zone here very early. Walked in, right side shot, that one high over the net as Snide watches that go by. Worked over to the right side and into the middle. Looking for a little flip out play, pass to Hakala. Hakala back to the line, and now the breakup for Bedford. Trying to set up once again, work down in the zone, delayed icing, that'll be called off. Into the corner they come, freeing that puck up, and played back as Burke. Coming down off the wall, Brian in behind the net. Brian holding on to it. To the line they go, picked up by Robertson. Robertson back down to Brian, chased into the corner. Mood coming in with speed, knocked off his stick. Trying to play that back in behind, the bank pass over to Jollymore. And up the middle they come, down the left side, and steered on, wiping away that puck. Puck handed off to the right side, into the zone, drop pass there. Picked up, wind up shot in front, rebound. Good chance around, go for the wraparound, Brian. Good head for the net there as you saw that puck was still loose and he was the last one battling for that wraparound. Worked over to the right side, trying to steer out in front. Knocked into the corner, Brian. Nice pass to the middle, McLean. Off of his stick, back to the line. Little fake shot there by Duffy. Duffy hands it off the left side. Shot, big one in front. McLean takes a whack at it. Duffy again, slap shot blocked out of the zone. Now Bedford starts to roll a little bit here. Off the work of Brian, who kept that in the zone and created some more offensive chances by himself and through his teammates. Worked back around to Land. Land in through the middle. On the skates and pulled back. Brewer hands that off to McLean on the right side. He'll cut into the zone onside and looking for a little toe drag. That'll be worked back. Swung at that by Mitchell Brewer and turned back the other way. Down the right side they go. Shot on and now spun into the corner. Picked up and stick handling around. Tried to squeeze that in on the post, but it'll come back to the left side. Shot in and off the knob with the stick there. Chebucto with possession behind though. Play that out to the left side. Cut off. Bedford getting a stick in on that. Trying to play it up the wall. It'll come back to the middle and another lead pass. Chebucto offside. 4 minutes into this one and a couple chances at both ends. Early breakaway for Chebucto. And then since then, a couple of close chances. McLean getting a hard shot off that just missed by about half a foot. Sent on to the wall and back in the zone. DDD pass there. Nice pass for the lead out there, cutting down the middle with speed, holding the man off. That was Maddox Burke who trying to get his first shot of the game. Burke in behind now, looking for the wraparound off of his stick, past Hakala, and now Chebucto the other way. Swinging on that puck, and good D there by Duffy. Eventually does get behind, try to work out in front. Snide holding that post. Over to the right side now. Break out through the middle, onto the stick again, and onside they come. Shot in. Working to the corner, O'Leary tries to catch up. Chebucto the other way. So Bedford working in spurts here with a defense. The strong defense on the Bedford team is keeping it over their own end, but Chebucto is matching that defensive style and not really getting too many clear shots on here, Bedford, as they try to work it and cycle it in the offensive zone. In behind, past the sticks, McPhee will hustle back. McPhee picks it up in stride, hands that off to the right side, intercepted in the middle now. Trying to spin back around, they're all tangled up, and eventually comes out to the middle and ricocheted off the wall. Down the right side they come. Mood trying to center that in front. Mood, one of the top offensive players here on this Bedford team. A real nose for the net. McLean picking it up. McLean walking out, shot hard, went in there. I'm curious to see if Mood and McLean are playing together consistently, or if that was just by happenstance. It looks like McLean's staying out here, so he's not playing on that line. A little bit of a line shuffle goes on, you know. Take a few weeks off here, a couple of away games for the Bedford teams, and they come back to the new combos, so it takes me a minute to catch up. Down the left side, Chebucto held to the wall. Back in behind, going for some poke checks. Poke gets knocked free. Up the left side, past the stick, but out of the zone. Bedford worked over to McLean. McLean puts it ahead. He'll have to catch up. It'll be a foot race. Beat to that puck. Chebucto now circling in behind. Strong has that pickpocketed. Strong gets it again. Up the right side, and now cut off on the half wall to center and back in. Robertson hands that off. Beats, comes to center and ices it, or sends it down to avoid icing. O'Leary pressuring, but Chebucto still keeping it to the exterior. Not many clear-cut chances here early as a puck falls in behind. Swept back on up the left side, trying to chip ahead. Gonna have to skate their way through. Out the left side, trying to play that in front land. Wind up slap shot there, and it'll be covered, and a nice hard shot from Duffy on the point there. Will not go. Just over 6 minutes gone in this game. Shots 4-4, so even like we were saying. Wrapping around there, cut off on the wall, poke there by Duffy. Duffy's really grown as a player as this season's gone on, noticeably. One of the most solid D back there, playing the position well, the positional side of the game, but also knowing when to pinch, just like that, to keep that puck in. Eventually gets behind him, but I think my point remains. Worked over to Duffy. That one off the end of his stick, and down the right side, Chebucto came on his shot, saved there. Snide standing up tall with a nice one as they try for a stretch pass down the middle on the comeback, and it doesn't go. Circling back around there and hand it off to the right side with speed. Pass one. Pass another, gonna hand that off. Shot, work to front, and a nice one there. Is electing to pass it off. Mood puts it to Brian, and Brian makes no mistake, 1-0. And what a quick little nice play that was. There'll be 1-0 Bedford here. After an even first few minutes, they just play that one out in front, and a non-selfish Mood move there is on the right side. Had a chance to shoot, but he knew that better chance was in front and trusted his guy Brian to put it in, and he delivers. They'll cut in once again. Van Polge's back to the line. Flipped over by Robertson to the middle, turned over down the left side. Back into McLean. McLean down the right. cut off on the boards. Chebucto circling back, tries to get it on the wall. Robertson pinches in and picked up by Brian and sent down low. Cross ice pass there, open on the right side. Chebucto pulling that puck in, held on to into the back right corner. Circling back around, handed to McLean. McLean looking for the outlet, pinched off. Belen now tries to shoot that ahead. Kept in the zone just by a hair as they work it ahead. O'Leary now tries to center out in front. They pick up on it. Hackle a shot in. Nice backhand. Save with the chest protector. Down low and tough time to fall there as Burke went down. It's in behind the net. They'll try to get it back out in front. Played over to the half wall. Defense pitching down. Gillis plays it down low. Burke now spun back around. Worked into the free corner. They'll go in for it. O'Leary. It's into Duffy's skates. Duffy was pinched down, but now it's up the right side and numbers for Chebucto as they head into the zone. Tried to steer out in front. That one will go the length. Back in the zone, man down, and that'll be our first power play of the game. Here's a tripping call coming with 5:33 left in the first. My mistake, Gallagher Temple in net. Like I said, it's been a few weeks since I've done this Bedford teams, and it's a little bit of a distance down there, but that is Gallagher Temple, so all the props to him for those early saves, and not a name I often forget after seeing him win the shootout, I believe, last year during the Joe Lamontang. So Gallagher Temple always stuck with me. I think we even posted a clip on him on High Button about a year ago. So my mistake, and we'll continue back to this one, is Strong down the right side, hands that off. Chebucto picked off on the boards, and that one sent the length of the ice. No icing as it is a power play. Up through the zone. They come. Good job pinching off through center. Eventually gets free to the left side. Bedford, ricochet shot over there. That off the end of the stick. Kept in just by a hair there, McLean. McLean walks in, hands it off to Brian. Brian back to McLean, and just broke it up at the last second there. Brian, who benefited from the cross crease just a few minutes ago, him trying to be on the other side for a shorthanded, but it'll be broken into the zone by Chebucto. Shot in, high into the mesh. 4:28 left to go here in the first 55 seconds in the power play. We'll head back down to the opposite zone here. Shots 6-5 for Bedford, so Chebucto keeping them close. Bedford just inches away from a shorthanded goal there on the same type of play as the first one went in on. Gillis circles around, plays up to the half wall, cut off, played down low. Robertson picks it off. Little weak shot there, doesn't exit the zone. Robertson pushing though at it. It eventually falls back in behind. D pass there up the left side, looking for that bank pass. It'll head out, no icing. Van Polgees tries to pressure. Wrapped around the boards there now. Gets all tied up in the middle. Brewer hands it back the other way. 15 seconds to go here on the PK. Chebucto now circling out. Handed over, intercepted, trying to go in through center. It would have been close to an offside there for Burke. It was knocked off before it could get there, as O'Leary circles that one back around. Held on to into the zone. Duffy knocked back around. Will be back to even strength as power play over. In through the middle they come, and just offside as Burke going for a rush there. Burke and Mood stuck out to be this year's similar type of players. Like I said earlier, the nose for the net, creating offensive chances, and They hit a real stride there near about halfway through the first half of the season there, where absolute machines. This Bedford team really hasn't been in trouble that much this year. 2 losses to Pictou, the only blemish really on the record. Other than that, it's been domination. So as it stands right now, looks like a bit of a 2-horse race here as we head into the back half of the season and the playoffs and the provincials after that. But you know what they say, the games need to be played, and right now up 1-0 over a good Chebucto team. I think Chebucto's 16-7, something along those lines on the season. So a good win here during your practice time, and the arm goes up and Bedford will be to the power play. A tripping call made, and here we go. Nothing like when you're a kid and they tell you your practice allotted time has actually turned into a game. Maybe that was just me. I didn't have the dedication that these young guns do out there, or the ability for that matter. But I know I was always excited when they switched from the practice to the game. And we'll await the timekeepers as they get set, and that is 1 back to the line here. 2:30 left to go in the first. Held on to him behind. Brian played over to Mood. Mood back down to Brian. Connected earlier, back in front to Mood. Has to catch that on his backhand, so no shot available. Back to the line, and Gillis plays it down to Mood, the open man. Spun around there, trying to create more space. Down on the wall, and a nice chop there. Clean chop by Mood to get that puck free. Tries to play it in front. Back to the line they go. Duffy shot high, and glove down. Reminds me of something my old coaches used to say. Time and space, time and space. And Mood doing a good job there along the half wall, not panicking with that puck. Doing a little spin around move to create some more time and space for himself, and keeping that offensive pressure along as McLean takes a shot there that misses on the right side. Land's gonna pinch down to Brewer. Brewer now in behind. Brewer, little chip pass in front, doesn't get all the way through, trying to put it to the spot where they thought it was going to be for this chance, but Chebucto to it first. Down to Brewer now, turn back the other way. Little short pass to McLean, tries to play it out once again. Can't get it through. In behind, overpowering Bleen on Chebucto's side, trying to steer out in front. The first minute of this power play in tight, but no shots on net really, or no grade A chances. As it comes down the left side, McLean into the zone, cutting to the middle. McLean's shot on, that one just under the mask of the Chebucto goaltender, off the glove of Land and into the zone. 30 seconds to go here. They'll have to spin it around quick. Burke picks it up. Burke hands that up with a hard pass up the middle onto Hackle's stick, but he'll lose it. But hand back to Burke, who's cutting in left side, gonna hold on to it through the 5-hole, and a nice one there, finding the open gap. And with 19 seconds left on the power play, Bedford up 2-0, and we had a good angle of that one. As you saw that puck just get brought to the middle and tucked on home. That'll up the power play percentage. And get this all sorted, and with 1 minute left to go in the first, a hard-fought 2-0 lead here for Bedford. Wasn't the usual onslaught we might be used to, as Chebucto comes in the left side, sent in. Missing there as Gallagher Temple watches it go by. Chipped off the boards and trying to get that ahead. Jollymore played to the middle and down in the zone. Robertson gonna chase after it. 36 seconds to go here in the first frame. Wrapped it around, picked up by Brian. Brian tries to play it up ahead, back onto Gallagher Temple into the corner for Robertson. Robertson trying to push that by on the wall, but it's cut off, and now in behind, stopped up by Gillis. Gillis with a bank pass, gets that through. And now Mood down the right side. Couple dekes in as he enters the zone. Brian coming in, and it's a 2-on-2 down low. Gets out to Mood. Mood has the free puck in front, worked across, and the one-timer going for it again to Duffy, the D-man, all the way down low. And that'll run out on the first period here. Up 2-0 Bedford. We'll be back in a few minutes for the second. Don't go anywhere. All right, and we'll head back to center here for the start of the second frame. Shots 9-6 for Bedford as they kind of caught their stride there in the second half of the period. Created a 2-0 lead as that's wrapped around. Trying to center out in front. That one off the stick of Surratt. Into the corner they go, trying to play it back to the line, pinched off by Duffy. Duffy's going to hold on to it, cutting through the zone, hand it off. Left side, backhanded in front. Spun around, that one goes into the corner. Back to Duffy on the line, he'll walk it, worked out in front, rebound, batted down, couldn't get the shot off, tries again, that one hits the outside of the post, into the corner. Another shot from the line, that one fanned on by Quinton Land. Now into the zone, trying to put it through the nutmeg there of Land, and they got it through, but instantly intercepted. Now down the left side they come. Worked out. Trying to have that one timer, just misses the stick. McLean there to help out. McLean in the zone they go, trying to cut out in front, held on to, knocked away, and in the other way Chebucto comes. The offensive end here, Robertson tries to hold him to the outside. Gallagher Temple steers that aside, now up the left. Handed off to McPhee, intercepted. Held on to, up to McLean. Once again, McPhee. McPhee puts it to the open area, all sticks miss, and it'll be a foot race for it the other way. Comes back to the line, circle back, hand it off to McPhee. McPhee up the right side. Had the pleasure of meeting a couple of these Bedford team, or met them before, but got to chat with them a little bit at the Ice Jam last 2 weekends ago, I suppose now, and nice kids for sure. Yelling out the high button name. I said, of course I know you guys. You see Snide on the jacket. You see Gillis on the jacket. McPhee. Some recognizable faces here after we've done the first half of the season here. Started out with the Jordan Boyd Memorial win. Since then, been doing all the home games. I think up in Fredericton, my colleagues did some games too for the Bedford side, and it's been a pleasure all year long. As O'Leary picks that up off the pass, and now Chebucto the other way, handed off, some open space here in the middle, trying to cut it off, shot over the net. Gallagher Temple watches it go by, pinches in along the post. Hit high, they're gonna have to touch it, but it's canceled out as Gillis comes in and pokes at it. Chebucto trying to get some sort of cycle going here. Up the left side and kick to the middle. Now on rushing Burke, looking for the open man off the right, that'll bounce around. Now potential 2-on-1, Gillis the last man back, good hustle coming back the middle though to cut it off, still into the skate, and Gallagher Temple will just cover that one up safely. 3 minutes gone here in the second period. So since it was about 6-6 the shots there, and then Bedford got off to a bit of a hot streak. It was 11-6, and now it's 11-8. So interesting to keep an eye on as McPhee works up the board. Shots have been kind of a good indicator of how this game's played out, even to start. Then Bedford, and then Chebucto a little bit here at the start of the second period, trying for some pushback. As it's whistled down again, taking no chances there at the other end. Getting ready now. Puck dropped in there, right side. Picked up off the hop. Spun around. Trying to cut off on the board. Lance gets a stick on it. Worked into the middle and cut down into the corner. In behind they go, and another behind the back pass there. Bedford methodically trying to set up here. Chipped out in front, turned over. Into the wall. Land down low again. Pinched in on those end boards as they'll go at it. Bit of a battle going on in the corner down there, 2v2. Chipped up the half wall. Chebucto has a little space here to work it down, and the delayed icing coming. That'll be called off as McPhee, nice stop up play there. McPhee handed off the left side, rides up his stick. Into the zone they come. Down low, backhanded, pinched in along the post and covered again as almost 5 minutes into the second frame. So the makeup games are coming. Like I said, I don't know how many of them will be taking place as home games or whatnot, but any home game will be covered by High Button, so might not be our last Monday night or Tuesday night game together here. Is trying to work out in front. McLean shot on, and that one knocked before it could get really through to the net with any power. Circling back, Gillis walks. That just stays in. Gillis slap shot on, pad save. Back into the corner and out to Robertson. Robertson picks up in stride down the right side. Puck's in behind, and then they get a whack at it. Wrap back around as we're just under 10 minutes to go here in the second. Picked up by Chebucto. Lead pass ahead. Picked up by Gillis, though, off the bounce. Bedford back in. Left side holding. Back to Robertson. Robertson's going to pinch down, try to steer that out in front. Spun back around, shot by McLean, and a nice save there as it quickly got over to him. Into the zone, cut off by Robertson again, and some sustained pressure here for Bedford. Past couple minutes, haven't really had too much of a flow yet in the second period. This is the start of it. In towards the middle, and that'll eventually be backed out into the zone. Picked up by Duffy. Duffy, lead pass up the left. Trying to center out in front once again. Hakala. Pass the stick of Burke. Handed off and turned over as holding that red line right now. Bedford. Duffy sends it up. O'Leary now. O'Leary hands it to the right side. Burke tries to steer in front, and a nice stop once again as got the skate out for it. Back to the line they come. Duffy down in the zone. Worked up the wall and in through center, knocked to front, wide open Bedford player, shot on, rebounds there loose, and comes back out, sent in, and another one blocked in front. That was a good opportunity. That was probably the best opportunity of the past few minutes here as Bedford still reeling. Duffy up the left side, or Chebucto reeling as Bedford working it in. Down the left, Burke shoots it. Can't get that clean on. Picked up in behind. Back into the corner. The cycle continues. Haven't had a whistle here in a few minutes. Pinching in along the boards. Back to Robertson on the line. Robertson holding that blue line well the past few minutes. Down low in the zone. That went into some skates, but skated without the puck. Trying to break it out. Bedford retrieves. Spun out in front. Puck on it, and we'll finally get a whistle there as Chebucto surviving. 7:39 now left to go in the second. That was probably at least 3 minutes without a whistle, and Bedford holding that middle red line. Playing it in the zone. Eventually covered up. 7:39 to go in the second, so about halfway through this game. Shots now 19-8 for the Blues. False start. And we'll try it again here. Not the warmest rink in the world, this RBC Pad A. I guess I knew that coming in, but as the winter comes on a little harder here, the rinks just get a few notches cooler. As Bedford taking a second here to get their preferred matchup out. They eventually get it, and we'll be ready for puck drop here finally. Worked into the wall and just exiting the zone. McPhee plays that across. Back to McPhee. Grabbing that puck, looking for the outlet, handed off the right side. Into the zone, Surratt shot on, hits the shaft of his stick. Comes back, and a penalty coming here away from the play, an interference call. And a good bounce here for Chebucto, I believe, as they were in the defensive zone here the past 4 minutes, and now we'll head into the offensive zone here on a power play. On a play away from it. Didn't see what the call was for from it, but interference makes sense. And Chebucto now trying to cut this deficit to 1 after surviving that recent onslaught. Back in the zone, they'll hustle back for it. Shot hard up the right side. Van Polge's first to that puck here on the PK, and he'll just pinch that in along the boards. Let's watch the time tick away. Worked back by Duffy. The D-man deep in the zone once again, turned over. Chebucto come back the other way. Down the right side, Gillis holds him to the outside, but still with possession. Cut out front, shot, and they thought that was in here on the Chebucto, and it was a good chance as a hard one over Gallagher Temple's shoulder, hits the side of the net. And now cutting down the middle in a smart play and mature play there by Brewer, who will just send it and change. And you don't get that unless you're watching AAA, I'll promise you that much, folks. As they work that back in front, McLean flipped back towards center, handed off to the right side. Gonna have to wait for the onside, couldn't get there. The patience ran out, and it'll be whistled down with a minute gone here in the power play. 6:10 left to go in the second period. Face off just outside Bedford zone. Cut off on the wall, Chebucto pass towards the middle. McPhee's there. McPhee gets it in his skates and then perfectly shoots that down the other way. Spun back around and pushed up the right side. Land now with it. And back in. Off the hop there. 28 seconds to go in the Chebucto power play. Spun back around. Chebucto still looking to break it out. Up the right side, backhanded. That one will be dumped and chased here with 12 seconds left on the power play. Walked up by McPhee. It hits Land, and then Land takes care of business as that was fired right at Land. And he's laboring a little bit, but staying out there. Up the wall, and now end of the power play there. So Bedford doing what needed to be done, and now the arm comes up and a power play will be oncoming as a tripping call right through the middle, maybe a slashing. Let's see. Slash, okay. Either way, man down. And we'll switch sides here on the power play. Up 2 with 5:02 left to go in the second. Bedford gonna look to go to work again. We've got Surratt out there along with Gillis, Bryan, and who's the fourth there in the middle? Mood. I think it's Mood down there, the tucked-in jersey. Illegal in the NHL, I guess legal here in the CMHL? Is that what this league is? The U13AAA, nonetheless. Shot in and a hard one by Robertson. That one off the end boards. Picked up in front, has to catch on the backside. Surratt rebounds there in front, they'll poke it home. And just 20 seconds into the power play, Bedford up 3-0 with 4:41 to go in the second. And not much of a celebration, so it's hard to see, but I believe Mood picked up the garbage there and adds another one to his season tally. Must be getting up there. 3-0 there on 2 power play goals so far for Bedford. 20-8 the shots. It's Surratt down on the right side. Cut off along the boards and then worked the other way. Spinning back Gillis. Handed off back to Robertson. Robertson looking for the outlet, hits Mood. Mood using that speed to the outside, cutting to the middle, shot, rebound there in front. And a nice cutout there by Mood as he holds that puck to the outside. Sends it in free for a shot, saved. But definitely the right idea. And if you got the speed to do it, that little cut in front can be lethal for that goalie trying to get down and across. 4:14 to go here in the second. Shots 21-8. And a few more shots and they'll have tripled them. Back to the line. Hand it off to Land. Land tries to steer in front. Knock before he can get there. Chebucto clogging up that zone. Comes back. Hand it back to Land. He'll circle back in behind. Looking for the outlet. Played off the bounce. Chebucto pinching down for it now. Trying to get there. And Land will head to the box. As let's take a guess at this one. Hooking? Holding. Hooking? Regardless. 3:49 to go. Power play coming for Chebucto. It's those ones that could be multiple that always get you. The interferences are usually pretty obvious. You know, roughings, boardings, that sort of thing once we get to the bigger leagues, but it's always the slash, the hook, the trip. Which one is it? Nonetheless, 2 minutes in the sin bin. And Chebucto trying to cut this lead, or this deficit to 2 with 3:41 to go in the second. Trying to get a power play goal to match the 2 scored by Bedford. Pinched in along the boards. McLean doing some work in there. Worked out through center, just onside by a hair as comes back around. And McLean's going to be the first to that on the end boards. I have a feeling he's going to pinch that in. No, he'll hold on to it. So what do I know? Back to the middle, McLean, wrapped to the right side. He'll wind up shot in, that one high into the glass. Wrapped around to Duffy. He tries to backhand it, but it's turned over the other way. But cut off before they can do anything. Van Polgees worked in front. Handed off right side. McPhee shot, save. Chebucto now down the left side. Picked up in stride. They'll come in onside. McPhee trying to cover. Worked in front. That one shot by. Chipped back in the other way and trying to spin around. Strong cut off. Pressure now by McPhee. Played over. In front. Frigier shoots before he looks. Backs over to Strong. Strong tries to step in and shoot from the sharp angle. Into the wall. Played him behind. Basil tries to get it in front. Gallagher Temple holding that well. McPhee shoots it into the ref, and then a second effort gets it down the ice. O'Leary tries to keep it in. Back to Duffy. Duffy sent down, and they'll try to work it back the other way. Chebucto on rushing now. In front, into the skates. That one bounces off the back of the skates, so lucky bounce there for Bedford as Robertson down on one knee and shoots that puck out hard. End of the power play, so Bedford killing another one off. Into the middle, it's to McLean. Their battle for it. Maybe around the right side. Tried to steer in front, loose, and covered up with 1:33 left to go in the second. And I can't quite remember if we have the ice clear here for the U13AAA. Typically, if there's a 20-minute third, I know we do it, but I don't know about 3:15s. Kind of just keep an eye on that Zamboni door. Back to Robertson. It gets tough. All the different leagues have the different rules and the period length, so it sometimes slips my mind. Down in the zone, McLean works out in front, and a little toe drag there to the middle. Gets the shot off. Save. 3-0 still. 23-9 the shots. Over to the right side. Robertson's going to pinch in on that puck. Worked in behind. Tried to shoot it from the sharp angle. It's loose and then covered. As we've got about 73 seconds left here in the second. Puck, one forward. Chebucto cutting up the right side. Plenty of Bedford players to match that hustle back though as Brian gets a stick on it. In behind. Along the end boards, it'll come out to the left side. Brian ricocheted off his stick as we were officially in the last minute of play here. Back down low, Jardine tries to circle it around. Brian's gonna pick it up off the hop. Played into the middle. Cutting down to the zone, tries to center off the stick. 30 seconds to go here. Arm comes down and a penalty coming here to Bedford as the slash. Stick knocked out and 25.2 to go. Bedford heading to the box. And Chebucto still looking for that first one, break the goose egg. 2 successful kills so far for the Bedford side as we head back in here. Puck one forward by Chebucto. Held on to along the board, swung back in down low, Ketaway in front, and that one had a chance, but Gallagher Denpel all over it. Anything in his vicinity seems to be seeing well here in the 10 shots he's faced. Not a huge sample size, obviously, but enough to make the decision that he's played decent enough tonight here, holding the posts well. And tracking that puck as it looks like the Zamboni will come out, so we'll have a 10-minute break in between the second and third, and we'll be back for the third frame. Don't go anywhere. We got a 3-0 lead for Bedford. Hello everybody and welcome back for third period action as we're about to get right into it with the Bedford versus Chebucto 3-0 Bedford lead. Trying to hold on here. Have a minute and 35 to kill to start the period. 15 minutes on the board and we are off. Play work back. Chebucto gonna circle in their zone. Basil up the right side he comes. Putting that in himself. Chebucto knocked off and back the other way. Held on to in front and spun around. Hakala settles it down and works it back to his defender, and that one shot out and dumped right back in the zone. A minute gone. In along the boards. Chebucto chip by. Onto the stick and almost had that last deke there. Chebucto in front, but worked back to the wall. Wind up shot, tipped in front, rebound. That one fanned on. Another rebound in front, Gallagher Temple on it, gets his skate out. Worked in front, another rebound shot, that one misses. 3 great A's in front there. Set down the ice. And I don't know how that stayed out. But something, I think maybe the net was off before they whistled it down, so the puck will remain here. That was pretty close. I think the net had come off just as they were shooting out, and so it was whistled dead as the puck left, so it was coming back the other way. So 28 seconds left on the power play here. Chebucto trying to make a dent in this 3-0 Bedford lead. One forward, stopped up and back to Gillis. Gillis tries to pinch it along the boards, it's handed off. Back to the left side, bounces on the stick, but back in low again they go. Swung around and up the wall. Handed back. And then intercepted. 4 seconds left to go on the power play. So it looks like, pardon me, a perfect 3 for 3 for Bedford on the PK here tonight, as that's sent down the left side, intercepted Duffy. Duffy tries to the lead man. That'll go down and be an icing. Heading back into the Bedford end. 5-on-5 now. And Bedford's just shut it down since scoring that first goal. Shots were even. Since then, they've put up 18 to the 5 of Chebucto, so really taken over the second half of this game. Playing it up the middle. Chipped off a shin pad and into the zone. Brian gets in on that puck. They'll try to cut it off on the well. There's Surrett, but it's worked in through the middle. Picked up to the right side, offside. His Land was about to put pressure on, but whistle blown dead before he needed to. And we'll head back, and I believe our next Bedford game is this upcoming weekend back at the BMO Center, Pad D, so on legitimate home ice. So we'll see you then for that game, as he's held to the outside a little bit there, entering the zone. Brian worked down low. Van Polgeest picks it up, tries to sweep it out in front, but it's worked over to the wall, and McPhee steps back just enough to let that puck come to him, but also keep it inside the zone. In behind Brewer. Brewer tries to center it in front, into the wall, cut down, had a little shimmy shake there, moved by Land. Land plays that to the line, it'll bounce off McPhee's stick and out. Circling back around, just onside they come. Van Polgeest timed it. Oh, and he took his stick to the face there on the follow through. Thank God this isn't beer league, because that would have been a couple missing teeth. Spitting a few chiclets out there in that situation, but he had the cage on, so we'll continue on. I'll head right back into the gritty area in front of the net. Tipped in front, McLean. That one tipped by. Burke now holding. Burke tries to play it, McLean. Shot in tight. He scores 4-0. here with 11:41 to go in the third. We'll head back to center ice. Up an extra one here. Shots 26-11. We've got an injured player on Chebucto, so they're down a man right now. Not ideal as they try to fight their way back into this game. Pinched in down the left side, looking for the cutoff. It'll come around to O'Leary. O'Leary on the wall, fights with Fougere. He's got three players pressuring him, but haven't been able to pluck it out yet. Burke comes in to help. Burke then played back around. Instantly pressure there by O'Leary. Worked into the wall. Burke gets a chop on it. Back in the zone now they come. Chebucto wind up shot. That one takes a bounce. Gallagher Temple in front. Save that one in as the rebound came back out. He made the first two saves, but the third one finds the back of the net, and it'll be 4-1 here. As they get one back, Chebucto off that play off the end boards. We'll head back to center ice with 11:01 left to go in the third. And Bedford just gonna look to lock it down here for the last 11. Chebucto maybe take a few more chances on defense to create more offense there. Sent into the middle off of Burke's skate. Down the left side in the zone. Mood now with it. Held onto by Surrett. Surrett poked away. Down into the zone. Brian comes. Surrett in there with him. Brian has it on his stick. He'll be spun around. Chebucto picks it up, trying to get it out. Takes a tumble there. Surrett back to the blue line. Wind up shot there by Land. It's bouncing around in front. Knocked off. And into the corner. Mood. Stick handles, plays it back to Brian. Brian holding, he'll be pinched into the boards. Mood back to the middle, wind up shot, tipped off some skates. In behind Brian. Hacked on there, still plays, he got the puck first. Down into the boards, they battle for it. Bedford come up with it, shot in, that one tipped off the stick, stays alive off the glass. Land backing into that puck. Picked out in front, shot on, hard shot by Mood, missing. Back to Duffy, Duffy into Mood. Still holding on, Mood on his knees, worked over to Brian. Brian shot, tipped in front, and Mood. A great play there to hold on to it. Surrett back to Brian, and an extended chance here in the offensive zone here for Bedford as Surrett take the man down. It'll be a tripping call. They'll exit the zone, and now we'll head the other way as Chebucto back to the power play. And Surrett didn't agree with that one. 9:46 to go in the third. We'll head on in. 27-11 the shots. Chebucto haven't gotten a shot yet in this third period. One, McPhee's gonna pluck that, play it off the bounce on the wall. Back in behind, that's wrapping around. Picked up, try to short pass it in front again. I think Chebucto's thinking that's their best chance at tying this thing up, or at least getting some goals on the board as the garbage. As that one's worked in behind, it scores! Bounced off Gallagher Temple's blocker and rolls in behind him. 4-2. We got a brand new game here with just under 10 minutes to play. We'll head back to center. 4-2. As the power plays, or the PK's finally caught up to Bedford. And it's one back to the line. Van Polges chips it ahead, and we'll see if there's any more urgency here in the Bedford game. They're cruising through that second period, but in the third, different story. Down the left side, wind up shot. Gallagher Temple rebound in front. Another one on it. Gillis try to flip that in behind. Cut off on the wall. Duffy down low. Plays it into the half wall. Set in front. Can't get it clean on the stick as McLean now with it. McLean through center. Hands that off to the left side. Back through center. Spun around. And that'll exit. Poke back along the boards. Into the middle they come, and offside. Ref's pointing towards. Oh, so it's another penalty coming here. Another 2, and Bedford not making things easy for themselves down the stretch with 8:37 left to go. Up 4-0 at one point here in the third period. Now only up 4-2 on the PK. Tried to steer forward, Gallagher Temple on it, looking for the second chance. Spun away. McPhee up the wall, though O'Leary picks it up in stride. He'll send it back into center ice. Into the zone, they'll try to spin it on in front. It's shot down deep. Touched up there, 30 seconds gone here in the PK. Hand it off, left side. They get it ahead. Stick handling, trying to hand it off, play it down low instead. Worked in front, Gallagher Temple steers away. 1 minute left to go in the power play. Puck's retrieved, Chebucto in front, looking for the rebound. It's tied up, and Gallagher Temple jumping on that one, and now a little rough stuff. There's 1 minute and 1 second left on this power play. Chebucto pushing. 7:38 left to go in the third. Bedford's been leading since about halfway through the first. We're here on a Tuesday night, getting these games played before Bedford heads off to Quebec for the famous Quebec Pee Wee tournament, or sorry, U13 tournament. My mistake, shot out front, rebound, and Gallagher Temple with a massive save laying out, and it's pitched in along the boards. And what a save that was, as that looked like it was in the back of the net. He gets down in the butterfly and keeps that, the extended butterfly, I should say, the splits almost, and keeps that right foot out. And what Gallagher Temple does so well, a lot of these younger goalies don't really pick up on, is pinching that post hard, especially when they're trying to jam away at it. If you can stay put to that post, you're going to take away a lot of scoring opportunities. He's one of the best I've seen at this age to be aware of that, and that's definitely given him an advantage as they step in, working around, and almost in front for a chance was Burke, because he brought it all the way into the offensive end. 37 seconds on the power play left here for Chebucto. They cut in down the right side, toe drag, spun around on the stick, rebound in front, Gallagher Temple shots, save, and the net comes off. And yet another example of him heading over to that right post quickly and having it work out. As they're trying to jam those in. Up to the task here so far, 7 minutes, so halfway through this third period. Looking to hold on to this 2-goal lead. As that's chipped off a stick, it'll be a foot race. Picked up in stride, works the man off. Van Polgeest, backhand. Had McLean in front, didn't get the pass off. 9 seconds left in the power play. McLean goes down. Greenwood plays it up to Brown. Brown chips it down off the wall, and it's cut off. We'll be back to 5-on-5, so an important kill for Bedford goes their way. But still 6:30 left to go in the game. Hand it off, McLean picks it up in stride, tries to play it to the middle. He'll have it on the right. Stick handling through the zone. They come backhanded on, steered away. McLean in behind, he goes down. Brewer takes a man down in front. Brewer tries to spin out. Brown catches up to it, and he'll caught up to by McLean. Is not enough pep in the step to beat that extended reach of the big McLean out there. Hunter, McLean, Worked over to the right side. McPhee steps in. He'll hold on to it though and circle back in. McPhee worked over to Brewer. Brewer holds. Shot in. Save. Spun back around and past land. Sent the length of the ice here on the icing. Held on to, worked to the right side. Chipped up ahead. That bounces off a stick. Free puck there in the middle. They'll work it in down the right side and down low, trying to spin it out of there again. Bedford with possession, backhanded. Cut off at center. Chebucto the other way, looking for one here to make it a one-goal game. They're still in this one here late. Chipped out front, shot in, saved by Gallagher Temple. That one goes high. As he tracked that puck well on the rebound, not giving much room for that high backhand. Tipped in front, spun around, and that'll go out. And Gallagher Temple playing great now. 20 shots here for Chebucto as they've turned it on here late. And keeping his team in it here. Could have easily been 4-4 without a couple of those big saves. Spun back around the other way. Down the right side they come. Should have cleared out in front. It's a power play coming for Bedford. It couldn't have come at a better time. Back to the line. Slap shot off a skate. It'll be touched up. And with 4:28 to go here in the third, up to Bedford will head to the power play. And a tough one to take there for Chebucto as they were reeling, or they were putting the pressure on. Had Bedford reeling a little bit. 4:28, shots 30-20 now. 9 shots in the last few minutes for Chebucto. 2-goal lead. Bedford would love to get an insurance marker here. Worked out in front, Mood. Last move got him as he made it through one player, but couldn't make it through the one in front. Gallagher Temple leaves, beat to that puck there. Chebucto, Robertson pushed off it. Tried to muscle that puck out in front. Still in. Plucked out of there and through the middle. It'll come to center. Chebucto shot back in the other way. Sent in. We'll keep an eye here. I guess 4 minutes left, so lots of time. But I will keep a corner of my eye here on the Chebucto goaltender. 2 goals to make up. Chip through the middle. Sent in. Just exits the zone as Gillis took a swipe at it. Down the right side, they'll cut in. Spin out. Shot. Can't get it off. Back in behind, intercepted, worked over to the right side. Spinning around through center. Knocked back in, and Bedford okay with this as time killing off the clock. Gillis holds on to it, worked around. Brian picks it up, hands that to the middle, and they'll hustle down the right side. Into the zone they come, McLean on it. Back to the middle, Land plays it ahead. Land in front, look, weird shot, 2 chances at it, and a nice save there by Zidane for Chebucto. 35 seconds left in the power play, 3 minutes left in the game, and a good job sticking with that puck there in front. 2 good whacks at it. Doesn't find the back of the net. Shot in. McLean, puck still loose there in front. They're going to drop on it as Brewer, his eyes lit up like saucers. Into the middle. They come back to the line. Shot in high, save there. Puck still loose. McLean's going to take one little whack at it and leave it. A neck guard lost in the process. (33-21) the shots. 22 seconds of power play time left. It's worked in. O'Leary, he'll shoot. That was blocked. Into the corner they come. 2:43 left to go in the game. Wind up shot from the point. Rebound there. Nice hard one from the point that doesn't get through. Sent it to the glove there. Duffy, he'll stick on it. Duffy handed off. Oh, and through the feet of Hakala, who was getting to the open area. He'll sneak a nice little stop-up play in behind. Held on to. Burke in front, looking for the one-timer. Puck still loose there, covered up. And it'll be whistled down, back to even strength with 2:19 to go. So 4-2, back to even strength, 2:19. Bedford got it together for the second half of that power play, but couldn't find the back of the net. Good job scrambling the Chebucto goaltender. There's always a few chances at it there. And a timeout called. Okay, timeout. No, guess not. Goalie being pulled though. And we'll head back into the end here. Oh, and a 2-minute penalty against Bedford, so they must have got one there at the end. I did not see what that was for, but I was wondering why we switched to the other end, but Bedford in the box here, and a power play coming for Chebucto, trying to score quickly here with 2:18 to go, down 2. Into the end boards. I think that must have been something after the whistle, as that one's sent down, missing the net. It is currently 6-on-4, so a 2-man advantage for Chebucto as they pick that off. Work it through the middle. Knock back there. They'll reach center and play it down. Swung on. Back into the zone. They come. Calvert tries to play it to the middle. Gets it off. We're approaching the final 90 seconds here. Chebucto stick handling that one into the wall. Plucked out from behind. Puck still loose to front. Gallagher Temple on it, and that one's in. As a second effort, once again, loose puck in front, and it's 4-3 with 1:28 to go. And now that goal by McLean that was scored when it was to make it 4-0 is the winning goal as it stands, though. But 90 seconds to go in this game. The 6-on-4 worked. I'm assuming it'll go to 6-on-5 here with the goalie being pulled almost instantly. And you don't see this every day. Lining up for the face-off. Okay, the goalie has to retreat to his net. He's ready to just head off instantly, and he will as Chebucto wins it forward, trying to tie this game up late after being down 4-0 in the third. Puck's loose in front. McLean picks it up. McLean on the right side tries to play that through. Gets to center. Worked over to the wall, picked up. Bedford desperately going to try for the empty net here. It's worked into the corner and a man down, and with 1:03 left, it'll be 6-on-4 again. And I can't believe it here, as at cruising at one point here, even in this last third period, cruising. But not so much now, as Bedford, with 1:03 left, up 1, 6-on-4, net pulled. Here we go. Down the stretch here from Dartmouth, Pad A. Into the right wall. Chebucto going to walk that out in front. Shot on. Puck's scooped up by Gallagher Temple, and a big save there. Under a minute to go here now. 56 seconds. Shots 35-23. An absolute onslaught of offense here in the third period. One up, back into the middle, tries to chip that on front. Puck's loose, heads down the left side. Picked up and swung back around. Lands in front, trying to stay pat into the wall. Chebucto picks it off. They're going to circle back around, trying to set her out in front. That one high and into the mesh. Almost 30 seconds killed off there. 37.2 to go in the third. .2 left to go in the third, so some good time killed off there. About 40 seconds left to go. One forward, can't get the shot off. Into the corner, Bedford will try to tie up if they can get it. Chebucto maintaining advantage. Played to the middle, sent down, and that with a nice exit of the zone. 23 seconds to go. Tips back in, putting pressure on O'Leary. Left side trying to work it out in front. 13 seconds to go. Last ditch effort here for Chebucto. Down the right side. Puck's loose in front, spun around, into the middle, and that'll exit, and it's heading for the net, and it'll go. So the empty netter from the other way, Burke puts it in, and after a close call here late, the game will run out with the goal. I don't know which one happened first. Looks like they're putting it up, but that'll be 5-3 the final here for Bedford as they hang on after a wild third period, but that'll also do it for us here on High Button Sports. We appreciate you tuning in to our coverage here today at Dartmouth, and we'll be back soon enough, back in the BMO Center this weekend as we continue on the stretch down, and we'll